think about the brain and how it's built, and then you think about the exact technology that they've used to create AI, isn't it very, very similar? And if so, if it is similar, what does that say about humans' role in the future?
It's similar, but it's not the same, which is why with AI you get what we call jagged intelligence, meaning that it can do something so extraordinarily smart and then in the next moment give an answer that's weird and doesn't make any sense. AI still is doing this. It's not it thinking like we think. Okay, why? It's because AI, as we think about it now, really started, of course, decades and decades ago, where people said, look, you've got all these billions of cells, neurons in the brain that are connected to each other. What if we ignore all that complexity and we just say, look, imagine that you have units that are connected to each other. We're going to forget about, a single cell in the brain is as complicated as a city. It's got the entire human genome. It's trafficking millions of proteins. Let's put all that aside. Just imagine it's a circle and it's connected to other cells and each connection has a certain strength. And that's what we call an artificial neural network. Now that went off in its own direction. And the kind of amazing, surprising part is how successful it's been to just get rid of all the detail. But it's still super different than what human brains are like. You've got all these different competing neural networks that are trying to drive your behavior and so on. The fact that we're emotional, the fact that we are driven by different appetites, whether food or sexuality or whatever it is. But your ChatGPT, you don't want that in the ChatGPT. So it's just an artificial neural network, many layers deep, and it's extraordinary at what it does. But it's so different than a human. They both have converged on something that we would call intelligence, but it's a pretty different structure, even though AI was inspired by the brain.